Thanks to Contact Hub for sending Chordscape my way for a play. It's a 4-layer ambient pad creator, runs in the full version of Contact 5.5 and above, and it's this week's big review. Chordscape is a 6GB library when fully decompressed, and it downloads and installs reasonably easily with just the small matter of snapshot folder structure to sort out manually, although there is a walkthrough document to help out with this if you haven't done it before. Speaking of snapshots, it comes with 200 right off the bat, which I thought is pretty generous, and they're quite wide in terms of tone and function and timbre. There's a lot of different kind of sounds there, so let's have a listen to those. The basic concept of Chordscape is that it creates emulated infinite tape loops from its hundreds of sound sources. Then it layers them up in a 4-layer engine with various step sequences to control filters, effect sends, pitch, panning, wow and flutter, and finally routes these into a global effects rack. If you think that sounds similar to 100 other soundscape creators that are out there, then quite frankly it is, but Chordscape does pull a few tricks out of the bag to make it something a little special. First off, the pure amount of customization to the various controls is phenomenal. Almost every single control has a sequencer that you can call up and edit yourself, changing the number of steps from 4 all the way up to 128, and these have adjustable tempo syncing too. The tape emulation part of the interface deserves a special mention as well. You can adjust the virtual age of the tape in question, along with the tape material and how the grains are played back. I really love this feature. One thing the manual doesn't mention, which you can also do in Chordscape, is dragging your own samples to the engine. That's pretty cool stuff. The sequencer page of the interface can be activated and deactivated for all the different layers, and this allows control of the scale and pitch of each layer, and you can save and load presets too, although a few more presets wouldn't have gone amiss here. There's a few other things I think could have been handled just a little better. The sound source browser is a bit clunky, to be honest, when you're browsing through it, and it doesn't seem to load a new sound until you close it, and even then it takes a little while to fire up. Having said that, I do like the categorization of the sounds and the wide variety of sources, although I'd suggest that some sounds are very similar, such as the astonishing 22 different rainy street ambiences. It's also a bit weird that the solo, mute and playback buttons operate in the way that they do. They're toggles rather than the velocity sensitive key switches for on and off. In my opinion, velocity sensitive would have been the way to go. So in conclusion, for the asking price, I do think Chordscape is a good deal. Even if you don't venture far beyond the 200 presets, I think you will get your money's worth. Despite a few odd quirks and a bit of a learning curve, I can see Chordscape being useful for soundscape designers, ambient artists, and those who value the unpredictability of sound above strict parameter tweaking. Chordscape is available now from Contact Hub. Thank you so much for watching. That's just a small taste of the Samplecast, a weekly podcast and YouTube show for sample library geeks and plugin enthusiasts. You can find out more information at thesamplecast.com. Don't forget to subscribe.